Is that bad? Doesn't matter.
Got a ripple on my back, with and without you, and all the moments past are leaking out my mouth. What's up, y'all? It's Versa. I think it's like 3 a.m. right now, but shit just been running through my head, and what better way than to just talk to a camera. You guys, whoever you guys are. I don't know where to start, to be honest. Recently, I feel like I just been falling back into my past self like 2-3 years ago. Let me take out the glasses because you can't see my eyes like that. I think I just want to talk about how I grew up, because it's what I'm feeling right now is reminding me of how like I used to feel when growing up alone, lonely. Well, I can't say alone because I'm not really alone, but you can still feel lonely when you're not alone. This might be the toughest topic I ever like touched on when it comes to recording. I'm trying to get more in touch with myself. That sounds weird. I'm trying to be more in tune with myself, try to talk more. It helps me a little bit. Whatever's running up here just needs to leave, because for the longest time, I'll say like, well, up until like my recent videos, I've been bottling up my emotions and feelings. Usually when I'm overthinking, I would either smoke to combat the feelings and thoughts running through my head, but I recently stopped smoking because I just needed to. I don't know if I feel better or not, but I really don't, but there is good in quitting. And video games, I don't really want to play video games right now because I'm just not in the mood for it. Plus, none of my homeboys are on. Well, I stopped playing video games by myself, unless it's like a new story mode game, but it's rare for a good story mode game to come out. Don't mind the pimple patch on my lip. I don't know how I got it on my lip, but we ain't asking questions over here. Okay, growing up, I grew up as a quiet kid, I'm not gonna lie. My social skills were not there growing up. I had little to no friends. I only had my family, like cousins and stuff. That was all I had around me. I had classmates I would talk to here and there, but I really can't remember. I remember most of the time just sitting in class quiet, listening to the teacher. I hope you guys can't hear the music, but I just need something playing in the background. Growing up in like elementary school, I really had nothing going for me. Like, I didn't have no passion besides like watching cartoons and playing with toys. That's how that really helped me. Toys helped me a lot. And video games. I can't even remember when I first started playing video games. I remember the first console I did play was the PS2, and the game I did play on it was, I think, oh my god, what game was it? It was like Streets of Rage, something like that. It was a Street Fighter game. Well, it was a Street Fighter spin-off game where you play as a guy named Cody, who was a prisoner. Cody was always my favorite character in Street Fighter, and he has some crazy character development as Street Fighter goes on. He turns into a fucking mayor. That game was fun. It was a 2-player co-op game. You play to save this girl. At the time, you play to save the mayor's daughter, and whoever saves her first, I think, kisses the daughter at the end of the game. I remember playing that with my cousin. But when it came to like being social, like in public, like at school and stuff, I would not talk. I didn't start making like true friends until 4th grade. 4th grade is where I like had this bond with these 3 different people. We became friends through 4th grade and 5th grade. I say around 5th grade is also when I got into comics. My dad took me to this store called Top Hat Comics. It's in Main Street. It's so cool when I first went there. I remember the first comic I got there. It was a figure 2-pack. It came with Iron Man and I think the Mandarin. The figures were like this small, but it did come with a comic and it cost about $12, I think. I remember spinning back at Top Hat and getting another one that came with Spider-Man and Sentry, and that came with the comic as well. This is actually very difficult for me because my mouth cannot utter the words I want to say for some reason. Like, I have these thoughts and these feelings bottled up for so long, I'm not even lying to you. And I'm just starting to get used to talking to a camera like an actual person. I would always vlog and do stuff, but I never got a one-on-one with the camera until recently. In 5th grade, I was also into wrestling, and I would collect figures. I remember other kids in my 5th grade class also collected wrestling figures, and we would always bring them to class and trade them. Trade or sell them. I remember selling a CM Punk figure for $2. $2 in 5th grade. It was a bad CM Punk figure. It was like one of those cheap, you could You could tell what's a good figure and what's not a good figure. The plastic felt very hollow and the articulation was so mid, but I still sold it for $2 in 5th grade. I was up to. I remember getting that CM Punk from a flea market too with my yay.
What the hell?
5th grade transitioning to middle school was also a hard time for me because my family was going through some shit. We were actually being divided. Shit was just going downhill. My mother was pregnant with my little brother. He wasn't born yet, and a lot of drama happened. I'm not gonna get in too deep with it because I just don't want to put that stuff out. I think that's what really messed with me as a kid. I remember being so silent during those arguments that my parents would have, and it just made me so quiet, like so quiet. I think that's the main reason why I became quiet in middle school. In middle school, all my friends left. Like the friend group that I talked about recently that I made during 4th grade, that friend group, they all moved schools. Like, they didn't go to the same middle school I went to for some reason. It was odd. And the thing about middle school was it was 3 different elementary schools going into one. So yeah, there was a lot of new kids over there that I did not know. Growing up being quiet makes you very observant. It makes you listen a lot. I was observing everything around me without even like wanting to. I wasn't even being nosy. It was just my ears were picking up things and my eyes were seeing things that they were just seeing. You're gonna hear me say I remember a lot because this is me talking about my past. In middle school, I didn't fit in like any category. I was in my own lane. You had like the sports kids over here and the weird nerdy band kids over here. Like, I was cool with everybody. Not cool enough to be friends with them, but I remember I would talk to some people over here, some people over there. I remember they would always talk shit about each other. That was the funny thing. Being in the middle of everybody, you knew who hated who disliked who, and who didn't like who. Did I just say the same shit in 3 different formats? I also had to take off the headphones because the camera was picking up the little noise that it was playing. I think it took me a couple months to make my first actual friend in 6th grade, which I'm thankful for because we still talk, but barely. Last time I seen him was like 2019. But he just randomly hit me up recently talking about the gym stuff, and we might just get a gym sesh, see what's happening with him, stuff like that, catch up on a lot of things. We were put together in a project. That's how it started off. We were put on a project together, and then we just started talking about this game called Warframe that was really popular at the time. We both had PlayStation 4s, added each other, started playing Warframe, and that's how we became cool with each other. That was like one of my only friends in middle school. I had one more friend, but crazy thing is, that guy got locked up recently, and I can't associate myself with him anymore because of what he got locked up for. Some bad things, some really bad things, but I did not believe it at first. I remember how I found out he got locked up. So me and my cousin, we were on this game called VR Chat. Yeah, he was also cool with my cousin. Me and my cousin, we hopped on this game called VR Chat. We saw his username on, we joined him. Like, we thought it was him the whole time, but we were like, yo. It wasn't him, it was his little brother. His little brother told us everything that happened, how he got locked up, why he got locked up and all that, and I was in shock. Like, I knew that dude for over 7 years, and I didn't think it was true. I asked his little brother, like, what county they live in. I remember searching up the county and putting my friend's name on there. Then I saw his mugshot. It was crazy. Like, it was almost scary, to be honest. He didn't look anything like how he did in school. The last thing I seen of him was his mugshot. It sucks. It really does suck, because that dude talked to me a lot. One of the only people I did talk to a lot outside of school. That's how you know he was a good friend, because I talked to him outside of school and hung out with him outside of school. That's really rare. I don't hang out with no one outside of school. I think that was my only friend I did hang out with outside of school too, which is sad. I think around 7th grade is when my mom introduced me to the store called Barnes & Nobles. I remember there was this manga sale. The first 3 manga I got was One Punch Man. It was buy 2 get 1 free, I think. And she got me One Punch Man volume 1 through 3. I fell in love with manga ever since. As you can see, I have a whole bookshelf of it. I was always a good kid. The teachers always respected me, but I was never their favorite because I was always quiet. I didn't have that connection with the teacher besides being like a good student and doing my homework, and that's about it. I don't think I've ever had a high school sweetheart or anything like that. Well, I know I didn't, but I know I had chances to. I was just so pure-hearted and dumb. In 4th grade, I remember this one girl came up to me. She was like, I like you, do you like she just straight up came up to me and said, I like you, do you like me? I said no. Like, I didn't know why I said no, and I don't know why she just came up out of nowhere just saying that. And I remember her reaction was, oh, never mind, and walked away. I was so fucking dumb. I was too busy with toys and video games at that time. Also in 7th grade is when I got my phone, my first ever phone. I think it was the iPhone 6. Really tiny. I still got it in my closet. It's really tiny, and it still works till this day. No cracks or nothing. I know how to take care of my shit. In science class, I remember This one girl, she sat across me, and I would always doze off in class because I was always tired and unmotivated to like do my homework or any work in general. I would just doze off, and she caught me by surprise. It was science class, so she made this little joke. She said something like, "Are you spacing out?" while we were talking about astronomy too. I was like, what? I remember we started conversating for a little bit. I got her Instagram somehow. Then when I got home, we started talking on the phone a little bit. It was close to Halloween time, and we started talking about trick-or-treating, what we were gonna wear for Halloween and all that. And it just led to nothing, to be honest. None of us confessed anything, and that was like the closest I got to having a relationship in school, which is so dumb. The more I do this, the more I start to hate myself, and the more I start to see like how much of a loser I was growing up. But I don't care.
Not the cap.
In a way, I do care because it's turned me into the person I am today, and it's really affected me a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard for me to communicate with people, confess things, and just make new friends in general. I know a lot of people that just make friends like it's easy, and like I wish I was in their shoes, to be honest. For some reason, I feel like I'm cursed with this loneliness. Like, it's just been following me my whole life for some reason. If there is a man upstairs, that man just hates me. Or he just wants me to be alone for some odd reason. I'm probably taking the repercussions of my father or my mother's actions. Some shit they did back then that I don't know of yet. I don't know. I wish I was born someone else. I love who I am and stuff, but I can't deal with this shit every day. Why couldn't I at least just be exploring the cosmos, exploring planets and stuff as Silver Surfer if I was gonna be alone?
Good job, my dude.
I don't care if I gotta feed a giant fucking world-ending being. I'll feed Earth to it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he does. He does give a fuck. I just want to end this video off a better note, or a good note, because that whole video that you just watched was recorded like a week and a half ago, around 3 in the morning. So that's like the demon hours. That's when you got the Shinigami speaking in your ear straight up, just trying to push a narrative. Some of it might be true, some of it might not be true. I don't know. I do have a package right here. Let's open this shit. Alright, got the package. Might be a little loud when I open it. Let's see. Ooh, okay. It's this thing. Yeah, it's this thing. Kind of bigger than what? I ordered a size medium. This shit is huge. What the fuck? Alright. Let's put this shit on. This is a size medium. What? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Ah, what is stabbing my neck? Pretty cool. It's a jersey hoodie. I fuck with it. But yeah, that's the end of the video.